right now on News Channel 8 at 8.
He had to watch this, as this was put all over the outlet.
Baton Rouge is bracing for more protests after a man was killed by police, and it was all caught on camera. Tonight, city officials are turning the investigation over to the U.S. Justice Department.
And technical support informed me that for $20, they could unlock her account. And I was like, why does it cost me money to unlock an account that doesn't cost money in the first place?
An 8 on your side warning about a scam you need to hear if you use Facebook.
This was an audition. You got the part.
A true story about an epic drug bust is bringing big celebrities to Tampa tonight. News Channel 8 at 8 begins now.
Good evening, I'm Jen Holloway.
And I'm Josh Benson. Thanks for being with us tonight. Well, right now, some of Hollywood's biggest stars are in Tampa for the screening of The Infiltrator.
Listen up. Washington wants to make the biggest bust in U.S. history, Pablo Escobar, and his main distributor, Roberto Alcano.
Several parts of the movie were shot in Tampa. It doesn't open nationwide until next week, but we are getting a sneak peek tonight. News Channel 8's Chip Osowski joins us live. He's on the red carpet tonight with two of the main characters and the film's director. Arrived just a short time ago. Chip, what an exciting night for Tampa.
Absolutely, and you're right. I am on the red carpet where the excitement happened just a little while ago. And while there are a number of stars in town for this special sneak peek of this movie, some local city and county leaders would argue that Tampa Bay is really the star of this show. Members of the media lined up along the red carpet outside of the Tampa Theater. One of the locations that was actually used in this film stars Bryan Cranston and Benjamin Bratt. Arrived with director Brad Furman. All three praised Tampa Bay as a great place to shoot a blockbuster hit. They loved the atmosphere, they loved the people, and they loved the food. I had an opportunity to ask a few questions with Bryan, who is very excited about this film and believes it's a movie that will entertain the masses.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's true. So it's an amazing story, and how. What also got me is that in order for him to do his job, he had to infiltrate the Medellin cartel and make friends of these people. Real friends. They had to come to trust him with their lives, with his life.
And scary people.
Scary people.
And the sneak preview kicked off at 7:30 this evening. The movie opens to the public on July 13th. And again, guys, the exciting thing about this movie is not only the fact that it was filmed, portions of it were filmed right here in the Tampa Bay area, but the story plot itself is about a man who lived here in Tampa back in the 1980s. Back to you.
And Chip, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first major motion picture we've had filmed here in Tampa Bay in quite some time.
Yeah, quite a while, Jen. Actually, 13 years ago, it was The Punisher starring John Travolta. 2003, that was the last major motion picture filmed right here in Tampa Bay.
That's good to be on the big screen. All right, Chip Osowski live for us in Tampa. Thanks so much. And for information about The Infiltrator and its ties to Tampa, you can head to our website, WFLA.com, and share your thoughts on our Facebook page.
The second highest paid athlete in the world is being sentenced to 2 years in prison for tax fraud. Soccer star Lionel Messi and his father were convicted of hiding earnings in offshore accounts, but it is likely that Messi won't have to serve any of the prison time if he pays a fine. Messi claims he had no idea about the fraud because his father was in charge of his finances.
However, Olympic runner Oscar Pistorius is going to prison for 6 years. A judge sentenced him today in South Africa for murdering his model girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp. Now, the double amputee faced a 15-year prison sentence, but the judge did not believe that much time was necessary.
A newly released police report shows an NFL player was asleep at the wheel when he crashed his car into a pond in Jacksonville. Officers tell us that Jaguars running back Denard Robinson opened his eyes, then went back to sleep when they tried to pull him out of the water. A woman in the car also had to be dragged out. Police say that Robinson was not intoxicated and he will not be charged. Robinson recently tweeted about that crash, saying that he is thankful no one was hurt and he should not have been driving when he was that tired.
We're learning new information tonight about a deadly police shooting. Now, right now, protests are growing, and this is a live look out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where you can see people are congregating there. Just minutes ago, Alton Sterling's family spoke to the crowd and many of them were overcome with emotion. Now, other speakers urged people to register to vote so they can make a difference. But let's tell you what happened here. This is the video that's sparking the protests tonight. It shows two Baton Rouge police officers slamming Elton Sterling into a patrol car and then pinning him to the ground. Now, the police department has still not confirmed whether one or two officers shot Sterling, but a store owner claims officers shot Sterling in the chest about 5 times. It all started when an anonymous caller told police that Sterling had a gun outside of the store where he was selling CDs. Sterling's 15-year-old son broke down as his mother called for justice.
As a parent, one of the greatest feels is to see your child hurt and knowing there's nothing you can do about it.
It's a horrible thing that happened to him. And he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. And I commend the person that finally bought that video up, because had she not bought it up, we would have been blinded. We never would have known what really happened.
Authorities claim the officer's body cameras fell off. The U.S. Justice Department is now opening a civil rights investigation.
A Navy SEAL trainee drowned after being repeatedly dunked underwater by an instructor. That's all according to a San Diego medical examiner's report. James Lovelace's death is now being ruled as a homicide. The report also states that the actions of the instructor were excessive. That instructor continued his training job for several days after Lovelace died. That instructor has not been charged with a crime.
President Obama is putting the brakes on U.S. troop withdrawals in Afghanistan. The president announced that 8,400 troops will remain there after he leaves office. Now, he plans to drop troop levels from 9,800 to 5,500, but Obama says the troops are needed to help the Afghan military fight terrorists.
A multi-million-dollar grant could completely transform an area known as Suitcase City. The northern part of Tampa, near USF, was given that nickname because it is a transient area. Well, a very big grant could help boost the economy and create jobs.
For years, Shamika Northern has come to use the computers at the University Area Community Development Corps lab.
I come to resources, job searches. I also do my resumes.
Soon, because of a $3.8 million grant the group received, she'll be able to come here more often.
This new grant is going to allow us to be able to extend our operating hours till 7 p.m., which is really exciting.
CEO Sarah Combs says this federal grant is one of 39 tech hire partnership grants across the nation. It allows for programming and training specifically for technology jobs. And the length of this training course is key.
It's going to afford our community the opportunity to be able to really enter into an IT field. We specifically will be doing the TIA A+ certification training, which is a 10-week course, and that's going to train individuals with just the basics they need to enter into a field in the IT world.
And that's just one component to this. The plan is to use the grant dollars to affect change in the entire community, not just work, but home too.
The other piece, affordable housing, we're doing that as well. We're really focusing on the area in the community, seeing where we can build, seeing where we can really work with landlords to improve the conditions that they're in.
Shamika plans to take advantage of those services for herself and her children.
I think it'll be good for the community as well.
Rod Carter, News Channel 8.
Those tech classes should start as early as September. This grant is a partnership between CareerSource Tampa Bay, the UACDC, Hillsborough County, Tampa Bay Technology Forum, and the Tampa Innovation Alliance. Representative Kathy Castor pushed for it.
Well, and an administrative court in Tallahassee could last into next week, deciding whether another nursery should be allowed to grow medical marijuana. One family who helped pass Florida's first medical marijuana law 2 years ago say they need to hurry up. Holly Mosley said that she thought her severely epileptic daughter would have medicine by now.
We were told January 1, 2015, oil would be available to patients. There are kids waiting for treatment that deserve treatment.
The state licensed 5 growers originally, but things have been tangled in a web of legal issues, causing a change in state law, whether a grower could challenge for a license if they weren't originally granted one. The lucrative licenses could mean millions of dollars in revenue for the marijuana industry, continuing to expand in the state.
The Bay Area has been beaten down with high heat and humidity. You know that. You feel it every day. But imagine stepping outside wearing pounds of heavy gear to fight a blazing hot fire. Well, that's all part of the job for dozens of Clearwater firefighters. And today, they were gifted with some icy cool technology. Pinellas County-based Polar Breeze donated one of their body cooling machines to the department. One firefighter was eager to test out that new machine.
when you're going to work, it's hot, and plus the temperature of the fire itself is extreme, so it's a very uncomfortable experience. Any fire or even a drill that we do in this Florida heat, this would be beneficial for all our firefighters.
Just one of those Polar Breeze machines cost about $5,000.
All right, Julie Phillips joining us now. It's hot outside. We could all use one of those things. It feels like it's so hot outside.
A Polar Breeze sounds nice right about now. We barely have any breeze outside at this point, so we'll just grin and bear it. Near record heat.
94, 93?
Yeah, 94 is what we hit today. Close, yes, and just off the record of 96. So if you're wondering if it's a little bit warmer than normal, you are absolutely right. We are definitely at the high end of summertime heat. Also, you factor in the humidity, and it's been feeling like the triple digits each afternoon. At this point, even at 8 p.m., these are just our temperatures, still in the low 90s in a few spots. So that's just how warm it's been today. Nothing on the radar when it comes to rain. We did have some showers and storms earlier today that popped up. Those have since moved off and faded away. A large ridge of high pressure is what's been keeping the rain away. And of course, it's also been keeping our temperatures up. So we don't see the evening showers to help cool us down. And that's just kind of what we're left with. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Wish I had better news.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Do what you can.
Julie.
Coming up next on News Channel 8 at 8 on Great 38.
Trying to get in touch with Facebook? Don't be fooled by those phone numbers you see online. I'm Lindsay Mastis, and I'll show you what to do to keep scammers from tricking you.
You're watching Tampa Bay's most convenient primetime newscast. This is News Channel 8 at 8 on Great 38.
Well, we have an 8 on your side warning tonight about a scam targeting Facebook users.
Scammers are posting phone numbers online to trick you into calling them when you want to get a hold of the social network. News Channel 8's Lindsay Mastis shows us what to watch out for.
I want to set the record straight first off. Facebook does not have a customer service phone number. It just doesn't exist. But when you search for it online, all kinds of numbers pop up. One mom I spoke to called.
Jennifer Doney told me over FaceTime she knows her 12-year-old daughter, Clara, isn't supposed to have a Facebook account until she's 13. That may be why Clara got locked out. Doney supervises the account and thought speaking with someone from Facebook's customer service might help.
I Googled it. I was like looking for a number, and the official logo comes up and it gave me the number. So I was like, great, I'll call this number. And it turns out it's not Facebook.
She tells 8 on your side there were telltale signs she wasn't actually on the phone with Facebook.
And technical support informed me that for $20, they could unlock her account. And I was like, why does it cost me money to unlock an account that doesn't cost money in the first place?
She refused to pay. She doesn't know what would have happened had she given them her credit card information.
I get the feeling they would have wiped out my account or something.
I tried calling the same numbers. No one answered, and the automated recordings made no mention of Facebook. Doney eventually reached out to Facebook through the proper channels, but ultimately decided to let Clara create a whole new account. She's sharing her story because no matter what the issue, she's worried others will call these numbers too.
I reached out to Facebook, and they recommend using the Help Center at facebook.com/help, and there you can find information about your specific situation. In Tampa, Lindsay Mastis, News Channel 8.
The social media app that gained popularity for making images disappear now wants your memories to stick around for a while. Snapchat is introducing a new feature called Memories that allows you to save your snaps and stories, then pull them up later and send them out again. Now, you'll be able to search through your collection of snaps using keywords. The app will also have a password-protected storage area called My Eyes Only. Users should start receiving that update within the next month. And starting tomorrow, Verizon wireless plans are going to cost you a bit more. Prices will increase by about $5 to $10, but the plans will include more data. So if you're always paying overages, the new plan could save you money in the long run. The smallest plan will offer 2 gigabytes of data, the biggest 24 gigs. Current customers are not required to switch, but you can if you want to.
Julie Phillips joins us now with more on our weather.
Yes, and it's been hot.
And
what are some
humid.
other words? Steamy, humid, oppressive.
Just go through the different words.
Yeah, lots of adjectives to describe today. hopefully you've been staying cool. I know it's been tough with this weather, but nice view from Frenchie's out at Clearwater Beach. The beach, the place to be today, cooling off in the Gulf, although the Gulf temperature is at 90 degrees right now. Temperatures along the coast have cooled off a bit, 83 degrees at this point, but high temperatures the next few days are going to be above average. That's the trend we're dealing with. Mid-90s tomorrow, low 90s all the way through this weekend and into next week. So at 9 p.m., we're still looking at temperatures in the mid-80s, still warm and muggy for you. Waking up tomorrow morning, no rain around. It'll be similar to like what we saw today, starting off in the low 80s. This morning, we only dropped down to 82 in Tampa, and then we'll top out in the mid-90s tomorrow, bringing in about a 20% chance of isolated showers and storms. So, yes, you could see a brief downpour. A few of you did today, but most of us didn't see much in the way of rain. And you can see at this point, completely quiet on the radar. That ridge of high pressure is built in, so it's quiet across Florida. You have to head north into the southeast to see a more unstable air mass, and that's where we're seeing the showers and storms. So for the rest of this evening, showers and storms have all since wrapped up. It's going to stay quiet for the rest of tonight. When you wake up tomorrow morning, close to 80 degrees, a dry start to the day, and then just about a 20% chance of rain. The heat index expected to be in the triple digits. Going to be just as hot and humid as it was today, tomorrow. Heading into Friday, a few showers offshore, maybe during the morning hours. Temperatures will be near 80 degrees, and then we'll top out in the low 90s again, and a few pop-up showers and storms as we head into Friday afternoon. Some good news in the forecast. The tropics are still quiet. No development expected over the next several days. And really kind of a constant forecast for us, that ridge of high pressure holding strong. So rain chances only 20% through the weekend, with highs still in the low to mid 90s.
Coming up next on News Channel 8 at 8 on Great 38.
People can change, they always do. Haven't they noticed the changes in you?
Smokey Robinson may have changed over the years, but one thing that's staying is his star power. How the music icon is being awarded now. A 20-year-old Spice Girls song is trending again. The special message behind this music video that's making headlines tonight. We'll have that and more coming up on News Channel 8 at 8, right here on Great 38.
If you want my future, forget my past. If you want to get with me, better make it fast. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we could be just fine.
The hit Spice Girls song Wannabe is getting a remake for women's rights. The Global Goals campaign shot scenes around the world to fight against child marriage and a push for equal pay. Members of the Spice Girls tweeted and Facebook that they are honored that their song is being used to spread such a fantastic message. And rapper Snoop Dogg will travel to Philadelphia in just a few weeks. The performer will headline the Democratic National Convention's Unity Party. The fundraiser is going to take place at Philadelphia's Electric Factory, July 28th. Snoop endorsed frontrunner Hillary Clinton.
A swimsuit model just revealed she can't swim. David Daniel has that and other showbiz news in the Hollywood Minute.
Chrissy Teigen may have been a swimsuit model, but that doesn't mean she wore them in the water. Turns out neither Teigen nor her husband, Grammy winner John Legend, can swim. But now that they have a baby, Luna, Teigen tells People magazine Mom and Dad both plan to learn as part of being good parents.
We have a great time every year.
An honor for a legend. Smokey Robinson is this year's recipient of the Gershwin Prize for Popular Song. The Library of Congress called the Grammy-winning Motown icon the Poet Laureate of Soul in announcing the award, which he'll receive in Washington, D.C. in November.
The past, the present, the future.
That about covers it. Philosophical filmmaker Terrence Malick is tackling nothing less than the story of the universe in his first documentary, Voyage of Time. Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett, both stars of previous Malick films, will narrate two versions, a 40-minute IMAX film and an expanded 90-minute version subtitled Life's Journey. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Well, McDonald's just won exclusive rights to use Mick or Mac, MC or MAC, in trademark names for food and drinks. Europe's second highest court voted in favor of the fast food giant in a big trademark dispute with a Singapore rival. And starting in September, you'll be able to get a McGriddle and a McMuffin anytime, day or night. Most locations serve just one or the other outside of traditional breakfast hours, but the plan is to switch to just one standard menu nationwide, and that will include both. Chipotle hopes a love story will help you love its burritos once again. The restaurant chain just released a 4-minute animated short film that combines romance with fresh ingredients and pokes fun at fast food rivals in their limited time specials. It's Chipotle's first big marketing effort since its recent problems with foodborne illness. Spoiler alert, the guy and the girl, well, they get together at the end.
Coming up next on News Channel 8 at 8 on Great 38.
Our investigation into kids sleeping in offices continues. Coming up, we talk to a worker who worked with these children and describes the conditions that they had to sleep in.
What kind of games is the county playing? How about creating records to cover its tail?
We'll have that and more coming up. You're watching Tampa Bay's most convenient primetime newscast.